Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 6 of season 2 of The Last of Us. This is the penultimate episode of this season. Last episode, Ellie came to a crossroads where she had the option to go back to Jackson safely with Dina, with Jesse, and Tommy, and make their way back to let this whole thing go. But when they get kind of swarmed off into a pocket of Seattle on their own, she sees the opportunity to make her way alone to the hospital, to Lake Hill. And when Nora doesn't give her what she wants, the location for Abby, she plunges herself into the darkness. And just as she ends Nora, we end waking up in a flashback with Ellie waking up from her bed to Joel. And that's where we left off. So let's get ready to hop in, guys. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, get you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes for actually an entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. It's just a great way to support the channel, helps do the things we do over here. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. If you enjoy this reaction, to at least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. That all said out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 6. The price. Here we go.
He's gonna beat the shit out of me.
I said it'll be fine.
I'm gonna get the belt.
No, you're not. I will. Just go to your room. Stay there.
Is this a young Joel and Tommy? It is. Yo! Dude, hell yes!
I was buying pot from this other kid. He tried to rip me off when we got into a fight.
That's what you're going with? Okay.
I'm telling the truth.
No, you're not. I think Tommy was buying the drugs, not you. I think you happened to walk by, saw what was going on, and started punching.
Tommy didn't do it.
I talked to the kid you beat up, Joel.
You're not gonna hurt him.
Dude, he's got that stare down.
Did I ever tell you about that time I stole a candy bar? Grandpa found out, made me give it back, made me apologize to the cashier. And then we went home. Just before I got out of the car, man, it broke my jaw. There was blood everywhere. Grandma thought I was dead.
Jesus.
You know what it feels like. Then why?
That's not why I'm telling you this. Okay, yeah, I've hit you, and I've hit Tommy, but never like that. Not even close. I mean, maybe I go too far. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm doing a little better than my father did. You know, when it's your turn, I hope you do a little better than me.
I'll murder an entire oh, I mean, hey, that wasn't towards the child, but he redirects that the entire other direction. But he did do significantly better with his kids. But that demon inside, that outlet, went all elsewhere. Wow. Dude, what a pleasant little surprise opening up with that. Just a little bit of Joel's character shining through in his childhood as well. That protective nature, him standing up for Tommy's mistakes and stuff like that. Something we saw as well in the first episode of season 1 too. He's always been a shield for the people he cares about. And he'll do whatever he's got to do to protect them and take whatever he's got to take. And with what we saw with Sarah, he did do a lot better than what we saw here. But then the world changed, and then he changed, and Ellie brought him back as Aww. Fuck you. Yeah, okay, so I think this is going to be a 100% flashback episode with that. Like, the insight that gives into Joel as a character is really sweet, but also where that darkness kind of comes from.
Oh, the new guy. Been here 2 months, Seth. Like I said.
Hey.
Got some for me?
Legos?
Trade's a trade. We can make what you want and have it to you by Friday.
No, I need it by tomorrow.
Vanilla or chocolate? Say vanilla, it's easier.
Vanilla.
It's a cake, isn't it? Because, Oh, wow. He did more than just get her a guitar. He made this sucker. Probably had some of the parts, but seeing just how much custom work went into it.
Where'd you come from?
Painkiller. She's all right. Come on.
Painkillers?
What?
No, leave it.
What happened?
She was working KP and she burned her arm.
Well, how?
Pushed it right up against a pot.
You did this on purpose?
Oh.
And I took it off and it was all red and melty and gross. You know what it smelled like? Pork.
Who let this happen?
What do you mean, let? Who saw this coming? I was eating my damn dinner.
It hurts. Ow!
Oh.
I just really wanted to wear short sleeves again. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
It's okay.
God damn it, Seth.
Hey.
Hey.
You wanted a rush job.
Happy 15th birthday, Eli.
Well,
God damn it.
Seth bakes better than he spells.
Oh.
He does.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, right. Stay right there. I got something else for you. Close your eyes.
And wash your damn hand before he gives you this, if it's the guitar.
And open.
Whoa, what's this?
Some folks call this a guitar. Borrowed one of your drawings for inspiration. Took a bit of restoring. Real bone saddle here. Lacquered the whole
Okay,
body
so it is
and, used
a
to Dremel the
restoration
carving.
job.
Well, it's a rotary drill, or could be a saw depending on the tip, but actually it's a pretty versatile tool.
It's about the guitar, Joel, not the tools. Calm down.
I promised I would teach you, so. Well, if you want a lesson later.
Let me hear something.
No, I don't sing.
It's my fucking birthday, man. Let's see what you got.
If I ever were to lose you, I'd surely lose myself. I believe, and I believe, 'cause I can see our future days, days of you and me.
Well, that didn't.
Happy birthday, kiddo.
God, that's 1 year later.
Is it a bow and arrow?
Nope.
That's why that moment in the theater hits so hard. But by the end of the episode, she loses herself because she's lost him. So it's just a mirror of that tune.
I think I could be more useful outside the wall.
You'll get on patrols eventually. You should enjoy being a kid for now.
No, because childhood has been such a joy for me so far.
16 all of 4 hours. We're not sending you out until you're trained. You're gonna need something called patience.
Jesse said he'd train me if you let him.
Is there something going on between you two?
Excuse me?
We spend a lot of time together. Is it funny? I see the way you look at him. I got a keen eye for these sort of things.
I don't think you do.
All right, no business. But, does anyone talk to you about the birds and the bees?
Oh, you mean dicks and vaginas?
Jesus.
I tell you what, I promise you I won't get pregnant if you let me train for patrols. Deal?
Otherwise, I'm going to get pregnant immediately.
Oh my God. It is a dinosaur. Joel.
Like it? Yeah. Like likes it. Whoa, whoa, Ellie. Ellie! Careful.
I want a motherfucking dinosaur! Joel, there's a museum.
Yeah, no. If you don't fall off the goddamn T-Rex, I'll take you there.
How long have you known about this place?
Wow.
Well, then what the fuck?
I was saving it for a special day.
No.
It works.
Somebody must have greased it.
Oh, he's been preparing this for a while.
Can you imagine being up there?
Would you like to?
Like to what?
Go to space.
Is it real?
It's real. That one went up and back. Apollo 15, 1971. Well, open it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're going up to space. You need a helmet. Pick one. How's it smell in there?
Like space and dust.
And they were never seen again.
Happy birthday, kiddo.
What's this?
This is something that took a mighty effort to find.
I have that cassette player. I got that exact one off of eBay a couple years ago for my Quicksilver cosplay, because I did the Evan Peters one.
Astronauts report it feels good. 10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
They did a beautiful job with that.
I do okay?
You kidding me?
This is nice. We should do this more. You okay?
Yeah.
Oh, the Fireflies, right. Another year later. Got the name right this time. 2 years to go till we're caught up.
Joel, what the fuck?
Exactly. What the fuck? Get out of here. 17, by the way.
Well, I'm 19, so I'm gonna go.
The fuck is that?
It's not done yet. It's gonna look better.
Leave.
Right.
So all the teenage shit all at once, huh? Drugs and tattoos and sex, experimenting with girls?
It wasn't sex. And it wasn't a fucking experiment.
You don't know what you're saying. We'll discuss this later when you're yourself.
Oof. Oh. I don't remember us getting a 17th birthday flashback. Oh, some of this is obviously new, but We're gonna get in a year to year from when they got here to now.
What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, she's moving out.
It's the middle of the night. It's pissing rain out there. Now get this back on the bed. There's no heat or running water in the garage. You can't stay there.
Okay, fine.
You may not like the rules, but this is my house.
No, it isn't. You don't own it. They gave it to you. Sorry, to us. You don't own anything.
Oof.
Like, I'm sorry that I got a tattoo and smoked weed and fooled around with a girl. Except I'm not.
Maybe it's a good thing for you to have your own space. Just give me a few days and let me fix things up a little out there. Come on. Can I see? Did it hurt?
Yeah. Kinda good.
It's actually not bad. Better than the one I made on your guitar, anyway.
I wouldn't say that. You did a really good job on that.
I did ask, what is it with the moths?
They're attracted to the light.
I just read about them in a book on dreams and stuff. It's kind of symbolic.
Yeah, like change and growing and such.
It's late.
You guys study dreams and stuff, right?
Is there a doctor's in sign on me like Lucy from fucking Peanuts? Yes, some doctors studied dreams.
So a moth. That probably means change and growth.
No, that would be a butterfly.
Oh, so what's a moth?
Death. If you believe in that shit. Why?
If you also like go with the firefly motif, they light things up and moths are drawn towards the light. Joel extinguished that light. Now this moth doesn't have a direction to go. That's one of the reads I have on it. Have had on it as well. Or that she's adrift and trying to find the light. Then again, most insects are also drawn to light too, so I'm not sure exactly how much that works. I think it came up in the game at some point, but I don't really remember. You have a greater purpose. Yeah. Yeah, that was it. I think it's like fate and destiny as well.
I just want to understand it, so I wrote down some questions.
Trying to figure out how to talk to him about it, about her suspicions, concerns, and all of that.
If the fireflies spotted us a mile from the hospital, how did they get surprised by an entire group of raiders?
Finding the inconsistencies in his story.
If the raiders could kill all those soldiers, and Marlene, and you had to carry me the whole time, how did we get away? If there are dozens of immune people, why hasn't anyone heard?
Ellie?
I'm coming.
I figured I'd be waking you up.
Nope. I had trouble sleeping.
Well, guess what? That works out great for your birthday present. You're 19, and you've been patient, so I told them I was okay with it.
With what?
Your first patrol.
I'll grab my coat.
And the gun.
Coming with.
You stick with your partner, scan the countryside, be ready for anything.
Oh, shit.
What?
There's a little squirrel fucking a big squirrel. I should probably report that.
Fine, we'll skip the scanning for now. But this is nice, right? It reminds me of the old days, just you and me on the trail. I know you got stuff going on, but it'd be nice if we could do this kind of thing more often. Spend time together.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah.
It's just you look...
No,
There's nothing on your mind?
No, nothing.
This is Jackson. Come in.
Go for Cache Creek.
Infected North Pinnacle. Eugene and Adam need backup. You're the closest we've got.
Oh.
I'll be there in 10. Tell them to dig in. Go back to Jackson.
Eugene.
It's not safe. Go back.
I'm not your fucking kid, Joel. I'm your partner. We stick together.
We'll hack down from here. Faster than the switchback.
So the rumored Eugene episode was really a Joel episode.
Remember what I taught you?
I'm your back, you're mine.
Oh! What in the world?
Oh shit, Eugene.
Ellie,
Oh no.
you clean?
No. That's a big old no. What's up, Joey Pants?
Whoa.
Okay. I figure I got about an hour. So this is what we do. We go back to the gate. They let Gail out, keeping her at a safe distance, of course, and I say goodbye.
We can't do that.
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
You're empty.
Yeah.
No, Joe, I gotta go back. I gotta see her. I got things. I gotta tell her.
Hold out your hand.
Oh, the Fedra checks.
Now count slowly, clearly from 1 to 10.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
He has time. We tie him up and we bring him back.
Hmm.
Joe, let him see his fucking wife. Please.
Get the horses, bring them down the trail. I'll start walking with him. We'll meet up with you.
Oh, he's gonna do it while she's out. That's gonna provoke the conversation she was rehearsing.
I promise.
Again. Oh.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. That's a final sight to behold for sure.
You can't do this to me.
If you have last words for her, I'll pass them along.
No, I need her last words. For me. I'm dying. I'm terrified. I don't need a view. I need Gail. See her face, please. Please let that be the last thing I see.
If you love someone, you can always see their face.
Yeah, there it is.
I see her.
And Joel lied. Again.
I'm sorry.
God, and just like when they have to bring Joel back home too.
I'll tell Gail what she needs to know and nothing more. It's the right thing to do, Ellie.
Because it's their situation again.
I had no choice. He was bit when we found him. I wanted to tell you that he loved you, and he wished he could say goodbye to you in person, but he didn't want to put you in danger.
Oof.
He wasn't scared. He was brave, and he ended it himself.
That's not what happened.
Ooh, she's
to see you.
done with the lies.
She had time. Joe promised to take him to you. He promised us both. And then Joel shot him in the head. You swore.
It's just as much about that time as what he took from her too. Took away her purpose. 9 months later.
Say goodnight to Uncle Grumpy.
Good night, Uncle Grumpy.
Good night, kiddo.
See you next year.
See you next year.
What I said today about you being a refugee probably came off as ungrateful.
No, it's okay.
Well, I am grateful. You mean a lot to us, to all of us, especially to me and Tommy. What I'm trying to say is Uncle Grumpy is family. And family helps each other out if you need it.
Hey, it's a family event.
Sorry.
What did you just say? No, Ellie, hey, no.
You get the hell out of here.
What is wrong with you? I don't need your fucking help.
Right.
Yeah, fuck you, Joel. You did a good job on that. And this is the last time they see each other. We didn't get to see this last time.
I had Seth under control,
Yeah, I know.
and I don't want to ever hear about you taking me off patrol again.
Okay. So, Dina, is she your girlfriend now?
I just want a kiss. Doesn't mean anything. I don't know why she did that.
But you do like her?
Mm-hmm.
Look, I don't know what Dina's intentions are, but well, she'd be lucky to have you.
You're such an asshole. You lied to me. You looked me in the eyes, and you lied. And it was the same face. The same fucking look. But I think I knew already. I knew this whole time. So I'm gonna give you one last chance. Tell me what happened with the Fireflies. If you lie to me again, we're done. Were there other immune people? Were there raiders? Could they have made a cure? Did you? And Marlene?
Making a cure would have killed you.
Then I was supposed to die. That was my purpose. My life would have fucking mattered, but you took that from me. You took it from everyone.
Yes. And I'll pay the price. Because you're gonna turn away from me. But if somehow I had a second chance at that moment, I would do it all over again.
Because you're selfish.
Because I love you. In a way you can't understand.
Not yet, anyway.
Maybe you never will. But if that day should come, if you should ever have one of your own, I hope you do a little better than me.
I don't think I can forgive you for this. But I would like to try.
And she never got to, because that next morning was when everything happened. Okay. Now I'm not as sure about where the next one's going to end, because there's no way it takes the whole episode. Anyway, good God. No. So, you know, we got the backstory for Eugene, but it wasn't like a Eugene-centric episode. I think that was like the expectation. Don't worry, you can see what happens to Eugene. I feel like it was probably to deter from what it really was, and that was a Joel episode. And like I mentioned last episode, last week, is that a lot of these flashbacks, not all of them, but most of them, we had kind of already had kind of parsed out through Ellie's journey to Seattle throughout the game. the game, the way everything was told, like from Ellie's perspective, was a little non-linear at times because of the flashbacks and stuff like that. Using this episode to just kind of take you through all of that in one go, especially with the additions that they've made, because they made quite a few, and expansions on the days themselves, some days that we didn't see at all. We checked in every year since they arrived in Jackson to kind of see kind of the degradation of their relationship as a result of Joel's lie. At first, she was able to kind of brush it off, accept it for what it was. Sure, it was probably in the back of her mind, but she tried to just push through and ignore it. But as you get older, the more time you get, especially growing up, going through your teenage years as well, there's always that rebellious streak. There's always this, the teenage things, all the experimentations, all that, whatever. He's like, oh, all the teenage things all at once. All right, here we go. Thank you. Didn't even get to gradually roll that shit out. He just walked in on damn near everything in one pulling of the door. I thought that was kind of funny. That was kind of funny. It is kind of interesting, and I do like how they kind of pointed that out and worked around it, is that he just had no idea. There's things he's just purposefully oblivious to. Some things he's not purposefully oblivious to. Sometimes he just doesn't pick up on things. He's not always there. He's not always hovering. So like some things, sure, I imagine came as a shock. And he probably reacted to the moment in a way he's probably not proud of. But the thing about Joel that is really beautiful is that he always tries. His love for Ellie supersedes anything else. Even the world itself, he's paying the price for the consequences of his love for this child. Now, she's starting to understand as well, because it's very complicated, their relationship, because it's not like they call out a lot. It's not one-to-one father-daughter. There's a lot more thrown into the mix. Even it's like almost like with a stepfather or something like that or whatever, where you're like, oh no, you're not my real dad. When you're going through the thick of it, where you're getting into the heat of these moments, and you might want to just kind of drive that dagger home when you feel like they might be overextending or maybe they don't understand. But the feelings are still there all the same, despite all of the complications. But then there's also the whole thing too, in this world where, for the most part, to survive just means living in a box. You're just making it into the next day until you either starve or someone kills you, an infected kills you, or time takes you. Like, it's hard to find purpose in this world, and she had one from a very young age, and that was a grand one too, or could have been, to save humanity. And Joel stripped that from her, and that's what the moth represents to her, is that purpose, that hope, that striving, that destination, the fate of it all. And that's why she kind of latches onto that so strongly, along with a lot of other things you can read into that as well. That was so much of what drove her and gave her energy to wake up the next day despite everything going on. So finding something new after all of that has been really, really difficult. And then the one good thing she had in her life, it was lying to her, wasn't telling her the truth. And it's hard to say what would have been if he did come clean when he did. It would have been hard, it would have hurt, but I think it would have been better for the two of them had he done so. But again, once he got to this point and he was on this precipice here, this crossroads, he told the truth. He's like, I don't know if I can ever forgive you, but she wanted to try. She wanted to try because she does love him. There's just so much hurt there. There's so much pain there. This void in her soul because of everything she lost back in Salt Lake City. The thing is, though, once that revelation came about and how they drifted, how they flew, and it takes time, like when you're hurt like this, to get to a point where you're comfortable having this conversation again, to open those doors. And she needed some time. Came a little bit earlier when she wanted to move out of the house, when he started to come down on her on the 17th birthday. And then she was like, okay, and she got her own place. He was like, no, sorry, let me set it up for you and you can move out. Understanding that he needs to let her be her, to let herself figure herself out and not try to push anything on her. I think also too, because he's also scared that if he, tightens that noose too much, he'll just drive her further away. So this is like a compromise as well. And then just the ways he stays in touch and tries to navigate his own problems, and getting a glimpse of Joel as a child and his father, brilliantly played by Tony Dalton. That was a lovely little shocking surprise right there, man. He talked about his father's experience and how the goal at the end of the day is to do a little bit better than what was done to you. I think life should be a progression towards making the next generation's lives as easy and as pain-free as possible. Because that's the goal in the end, isn't it? Sure, there's some value in grit and struggle and all of that, but at the end of the day, you want your children to have what you didn't, to not have to worry about the things that you did. That's the goal. And the way that Joel's always been, we saw him standing up for Tommy in that moment. It's like, hey, if you don't, you will not touch him. If you got to do anything, you're going to do it to me. And the father, I think by this point, realized what was happening and had at least the wherewithal to reflect upon that and respect what Joel was doing and understand that he's had his faults as a parent, and then has that talk right there with him. And then we see that talk echoed yet again between Joel and Ellie. I hope you do better when it's your turn, just a little bit better. And Joel did so good, I think, especially with Sarah from what we had seen, and then tried to do so well with Ellie, but he was also working with so much baggage from a world that took that away from him. So a lot of that darkness that is carried on, that he carries around, had to grow, had to fester. It's what helped him thrive in this world. Those tendencies that while he had Sarah in this world that, before the fall didn't get fanned or nurtured, definitely did when it fell. Having to unlearn all of that, because while he grew up in a situation in which his grandfather laid hands on his father and his father lays hands on them, that they always kind of redirected their frustrations internally, inward towards their family, and didn't know how to really navigate that in any other way. Joel's always been one to put himself, because of all that, put himself between his loved ones and the danger. Like, he would always come to Tommy's rescue. He would always come in, be the shield, lie on his behalf, take the blame, take the hits. Though that negativity, he's more than happy to unleash on anybody that comes near his family. The moment you come into his barrier, into his bubble, and threaten the people he's there to protect, he's not going to hold back. And sometimes that protection in his mind comes in the form of lying. We see that that's something he also was very accustomed to as a child as well, to try to create a lie to protect those that he cares about. And in this situation, he's doing very much the same thing. Like, we also get to see that even as a child, he was accustomed to lying to protect those that he cares about as well. Lying to his father on behalf of his brother. And then in the present day, we see that, he would rather lie to them to try to preserve their image of him or their own reality. We can just see how his home life has informed on every other aspect of that, and why he's so protective over those that he feels protective over. You can see the good and the bad that he learned at a very young age, and how he's done better than what came before, and how he's hoping that Ellie will do better after what he's tried to pass on to her as well. It's just really fascinating to have gotten that glimpse at all. Getting attached to this kid and then taking her under his wing and trying to look out for her in the ways that maybe she doesn't understand. And sometimes as a parent, you just have to become the villain for what you think is best for them, even if it's what they want or think they want, or sometimes it's not always the right call, but that's what you're trying to do at least. But then using this Eugene moment as a catalyst to get Ellie to see Joel for, maybe, I don't want to say for what he is, but to see without words, to get confirmation about what he did to her, what he said back then and all of that. You lied to me. You told me you were going to let him go see his wife. You sent me off. You promised me, just like you promised then. And he didn't keep that promise. And like you said, it is the protocol, it is the rules, but, there was no room for compassion there, because it puts a danger the people he cares about. And that's kind of what he puts above all else. And then she comes back and finds him having done the deed. And when he tries to lie about it, she's like, no, you're not doing this again. And that sets all that in motion. And there's so many beautiful moments again, like the way they recreated the museum scene was so good. That was amazing. Getting to see him build the guitar as well, and then all of that, the little things all throughout this. I do kind of like, as much as like last week, I was like, man, I kind of wish they would have, like the game, given us some of these flashbacks throughout the episodes throughout the seasons, you know, when they would matter, because there's a couple times, as you noticed throughout the show, if you're rewatching it, a lot of these would have come up because they played into specific moments that do play out in this. Honestly, having watched this episode, I wasn't sure about how I was going to feel about a completely flashback-centric episode. The way they made it this narrative, this bookend, this complete kind of story in and of itself, I really like it. Could it have worked the original way in this as well? I think it could have, but I do like the creativity that they went into with this. I don't think any of those moments hit in the way they as strongly as they would have intended, because you're lacking information. I think this would benefit greatly on a rewatch, but like I said, I think as a full episode, I think it works quite well. We got a whole episode of Joel, damn near in every scene. It's a complicated conversation. It's a complicated relationship, and I would love to know what you guys think. How do you feel about the episode? How do you feel about everything that we learned in this? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're member of the channel, get you access as well. And speaking of before we go, want to shout out our channel legends: Mandy Sherritt, Your Course God, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey L, Jake Cottrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, Russell Crockett, Watchtower, Domi, Gregory Toner, Lily Chan's son, and Joshua Gonell. Thank you guys so much for continued support. But that's just for you guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.